Well, hello and good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our MCTV live coverage of the 47th Annual Millbrae Art and Wine Festival. We're coming to you live from downtown Millbrae, just between Starbucks and the post office. And there is going to be some hot weather today, but it's perfect on this glorious Labor Day weekend for you to come out and see all the sights. There's lots of food, there's great entertainment, stuff for the kids, stuff for the grown-ups, plenty of shops. There's over 250 arts and crafts booths that you can choose from. There's lots of wine selections and beer, and of course there's plenty on the grill for you to eat. It's free admission, free parking. There's a free shuttle. Fun for the kids all over the place. They've got a great playland, and there's a zip line out there. So lots to do. Come on down. It's going to be warm today, but certainly going to be a festive atmosphere here in downtown Millbrae. We're going to start out the show with our festival director, Lisa Charney. She has all the information as we kick off our 20th year of our MCTV coverage.
It's that time of the year again. Millbrae's 47th Annual Art and Wine Festival is almost here. I'm Lisa Charney, your festival chair, along with my partner in crime, Lori Ann Richardson, CEO of the Chamber of Commerce. We've been working hard, throwing together another action-packed Labor Day weekend. Art and Wine is by far our biggest event of the year, and we couldn't do it without our 200-plus volunteers. Yep, you heard that right. Our token and beverage booths are all staffed by individual and business volunteers, high school student groups, and community organizations. We are also grateful for the numerous sponsors who help make this a great event. This year, Millbrae welcomed Living Spaces to our community, and they have generously donated to the festival. Here are some tips and tricks to ensure your festival experience is a great one. We've got a great musical lineup this year. Over the course of the weekend, you'll find street musicians and local bands all along the festival route. Our main stage will once again be hosting an assortment of amazing musical acts. We're thrilled to announce that Zapparella, a popular all-female Led Zeppelin tribute band, will be returning as Saturday's main stage headliner from 3:30 to 5. Sunday's main stage headliner is East Bay Mud. This 9-piece classic soul band will keep you dancing with their rock-solid rhythm. They are also from 3:30 to 5. We have over 200 artisan and craft makers showcasing their items at the festival. You'll find tons of unique, one-of-a-kind items, as well as clothing, wood, ceramics, jewelry, and decor. Be sure to bring cash. Some vendors are cash only, and with such a variety of cool stuff, you're bound to find something for that hard-to-buy friend or family member. And of course, no false advertising here. We have wine. We have 4 wine and beer tents set up along Broadway, so you can sip, shop, and repeat. But what about the kids? Don't worry. When we say this festival's got something for everyone, we mean it. The north end of Broadway hosts our award-winning kids' playground, complete with a 20-foot tall rock wall, carnival games, and some pretty thrilling rides. At this area of the festival, you can also find our community stage. Millbrae is full of talented youngsters, and here they get to show off their musical mastery and impressive skills. And just in case you need a little bit of a wake-up call, get your adrenaline going with a trip down our awesome zip line. Zippers soar 200 feet in the air, giving them a bird's-eye view of the festival below. Hops Haven is a great place to take a rest, sample delicious seasonal microbrews, and browse the wide selection of nostalgic cars at our classically cool car show, while rocking out to our local band, Loud and Clear. Now that you got an idea of what the festival is all about, let's close with a few tips. Festival hours are 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday, September 2nd, and Sunday, September 3rd, over Labor Day weekend. The festival route follows Broadway from Victoria Street to Meadow Glen Street. Beer and wine is only $6, and our festival glassware can also be purchased at our token booths for only $6. We now accept credit cards at our token booths, but as we mentioned, it's always wise to have cash ready for other festival purchases. And as much as we love them, pets are not allowed at the festival. Please leave them in the comfort of home. The festival is going green again this year. We have added composting bins next to the recycling containers, so please be aware when discarding your trash. Parking is always a challenge, so consider public transit or ride-sharing services as an alternative. There are several Samtrans bus stops steps away from the festival, and the Caltrain and BART station is walking distance to the southern end of the festival route. Labor Day weekend is usually a hot one. Drink responsibly and remember, stay hydrated. Sunscreen is also recommended. They don't call Millbrae the city in the sun for nothing. Well, I guess that about covers it. Enjoy the last blast of summer at the Millbrae Art and Wine Festival. For more information, log on to the Chamber's website at millbrae.com.
So we're giving folks information about training for Community Emergency Response Team, which will be happening in January of 2018. Okay, it's a free class that community members can learn how to prepare themselves and their families and their households for disaster. We're also giving out information about mosquito abatement to prevent the spread of Zika virus. We're giving information about earthquake preparedness and SMC Alert, which is a system to notify people via their phones or email in the event of a disaster. For instance, yesterday we got the severe heat alerts through that system. So SMC Alert is really important to the community, knowing about things like road closures and natural disasters and things like that in real time.
We have here
Catherine Quigg,
Debbie Van Wart.
Okay, and ladies,
Beth Anderson.
nice. And ladies, what do we have here today?
We are selling wine glasses and beer glasses and champagne flutes and tokens for the alcoholic beverages.
we are a nonprofit. We're with the Millbrae Community Foundation, and we hope that you take a look at our website, millbraefoundation.org, and we are doing this voluntarily so we can gather more information to the community.
Oh, I think I've been doing it for about 6 years now, but Kathy was one of the founders. And we've been around for, I don't know how many years, but we have granted over $13,000 this year alone to our community. It's based on submission of grant requests. And we have a sign over here that shows a lot of the sampling of the grants that we have answered for our community, our Millbrae community. It's a great way to go.
So traditionally for years and years and years and years, we've been pouring wine here as volunteers, and we're excited to be here again today and tomorrow, all day.
Any special types of wines you got here or anything like that?
This year, sangria is new, which is nice. So on a hot day like this, it'll be terrific. And then, if you come by and see us, we might be able to cool you down as well. So, sorry.
Hello, my name is Pat Moran. I'm with Wine Country Fire Pits. I'm the owner. So I started woodworking when I was about 9 years old, working with my grandfather in San Mateo, who was a carpenter. I got my contractor's license in 1989. My wife and I were searching for an outdoor fire pit, and the things that we were seeing were wood burning. And it really didn't suit our style, and with the environment and keeping things clean to burn, we were looking for other alternatives. So we started looking online for propane burning fire pits. However, I came across a repurposed wine barrel, and having carpentry skills, I decided there's something that I want to take on myself. And this isn't a product that you can get at your typical box store. This is a custom-made product from repurposed materials. As the customer, you get to select the stain color, the color of the fire glass within, the height of the barrel itself. It comes in two different heights. We call the one the Bombolino, which is a tabletop height, and the taller one we call the Il Padrino, which is a pub height. The tops start with a redwood, also a mixed metal, and then an all copper. So the process in producing one of these fire pits is finding a wine barrel that is suited to my liking. I take that wine barrel, cut it down to size for tabletop height, and I don't cut it if it's going to be the bar height. And what I mean by cutting is I'll be cutting in a door where your propane tank will fit. Once that all is sanded and cleaned up, and I clean up the bands on the barrel itself, then I make the top. If it's a redwood top, the redwood top is clamped, biscuit jointed, glued with exterior wood glue, and sits for a day before I cut it to size to fit your barrel. After you have selected the stain color, I put on 3 coats of a marine spar varnish on the barrel itself, and then the tops are coated with either metallic sealer, or if a redwood top is used, the top is covered with 4 coats of a marine spar varnish. The entire unit is sealed, and then protection from the elements when not in use. We provide a protective cover for the fire pit as well, and it has a 7-year warranty on the cover itself. We offer other products as well, not just our fire pit tables. We custom make bar stools from wine barrel staves, and they go perfectly with the Il Padrino, which is the pub height fire pit table. We also have currently made a coffee table from a redwood slab, and it is a fire pit as well, but a little different and gets away from the actual barrel itself. So if you didn't get a chance to see us at the Millbrae Art and Wine Festival, please visit our website at winecountryfirepits.com and select one of our many custom-made fire pit tables that can adorn your backyards. It's outdoor comfort with quality taste.
You're enjoying our live coverage here on MCTV, the 47th Annual Millbrae Art and Wine Festival. We have another special guest to interview, and it's Viliami Dawe, the Millbrae Deputy CERT Volunteer Coordinator. Thank you so much for coming by.
My pleasure to be here.
Nice to meet you. And tell us, starting with the importance of CERT volunteers.
Well, as all week long, as we have seen in Texas with a lot of with the disasters that are going over there with responders, we have men and women in uniforms, and we also have your neighbors and your ordinary folks who are going out to help rescues. And that's very similar to what we do with CERT. Here in the city of Millbrae and in the San Mateo County, we train ordinary people to do extraordinary stuff by helping their neighbors. So we do the greatest amount of help for the greatest number of people. So that's what we're trying to do with CERT here. So Millbrae has a great group and a great core group of people who are trained. And it could be your neighbor, it could be my neighbor, but we come out a few times a month and set up a training and get our neighborhood and our community ready for disaster or anything like that.
What does CERT stand for?
CERT stands for Community Emergency Response Team. So, and it's all about community, and this is our community, and we like to see our community come out and get prepared and train to respond to disasters and emergency within our community when professional responders are unavailable to respond. So that's CERT is Community Emergency Response Team. So,
what would be a typical day at a training session of CERT?
So within CERT, we had to go by the FEMA standard of a 20-hour training for every CERT persons before they receive a certificate of completion, so graduate from the class. So we tried to do a 20-hour trainings for a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of days a week, to get folks ready for the final days of a Saturday where we will have a large-scale training at our Station 37th, which is now part of Central County Fire. And training can be consisted of medical, search and rescue, communications, documentations, and all those standards incident, ICS and FEMA that has provided for us. So it can be various, but our core CERT lessons are medical, search and rescue, communications, triage, and terrorism and disaster psychology.
So when a group shows up for a training session, do you tell them what area they're going to be in, or do people have the opportunity to choose where they may feel more comfortable or where they may specialize in?
Yeah, so throughout the training, we will start to recognize folks on their capabilities. So this is all volunteer basis, including myself and the coordinator. We're all volunteering our time here. And we do not really want to put you in a place where you're uncomfortable doing stuff that you're not able to do physically. We have other areas of like logistics and finance and documentation where you can remain on a command post while those of us with able body can go out to the community and respond in case of emergency and stuff like that. So we can place you on logistics. If you have logistics talents, we can place you on finance if you somewhat have a finance background. Or if you are fully capable and fully ready to go out in the fields, you get your helmets, get your backpack, get your vest, and we can respond. So.
Now, you mentioned this is part of San Mateo County. Is that required in every county, either in the state of California or across the country, to have these programs in place to help with any type of natural disaster or something like that?
It's something that every county and every city decide within their own local level. Okay. A lot of, in San Mateo County, a lot of our cities in San Mateo counties are run by employees to coordinate the CERT programs, and some cities are based on volunteer folks. So with the city of Millbrae, it's all based on volunteer folks, and we do it with an open heart, and we do it because we love the community we live in. But within the state, there's a huge recommendation that we do reach out to our local levels and our city and county-wise to train folks in responding to our community needs and responding in your own neighborhood and your family. So,
well, you guys were honored, CERT was, this past January with the Millbrae Chamber of Commerce 2016 Chamber Excellence Award. I know you're pretty proud of that. Congratulations.
We are very proud of that. That's something we've been working on for a while, and it's something that put this particular program in the community. And it's good to be recognized.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I think it's a great program, and I'm sure everybody is excited that you guys are out there trying to help us. We don't see it right now, but we will definitely feel it if we're in need of it later, which hopefully we won't be, right?
I do hope so, that whatever is going on, we're in a good stage.
Right. Well, thank you so much once again, Viliami Dawe, the Millbrae Deputy CERT Volunteer Coordinator. Thank you for all your time.
Thank you very much, Ken.
Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Up next, more on the CERT program here on MCTV at the Art and Wine Festival.
In an emergency, local police and fire departments are always on the front lines. But sometimes a situation is so dire, their resources are stretched thin. In times of crisis, friends and neighbors will step up to protect each other, but proper planning and training are necessary to keep everyone safe. That's why every community needs a strong CERT team at the ready. Civilians are always encouraged to be prepared, which is why CERT offers classes and educational resources to ensure your family knows what they need and what to do to survive. Many members are former and current health and safety professionals, but you don't need experience to be a part of your community CERT team. Volunteers receive basic first aid and emergency response training and certifications to match. CERT members are also involved with planning and organizing emergency response systems for their community. An effective communication plan is also an essential part of emergency preparedness. Civilian volunteers need to coordinate with local cities, law enforcement, and fire departments. Many members of the Millbrae Amateur Radio Club put their hobby to good use by serving as CERT volunteers. CERT would like to encourage members of the Millbrae community to join their team. Training courses are offered through the Central County Fire Department 3 times per year. 8-week winter courses are offered in Millbrae, and 7-week spring courses are offered in Hillsborough and Burlingame. For course descriptions, visit www.ccfdonline.org or call 650-558-7600. Contact your area's CERT coordinator to sign up. For the City of Millbrae, contact Dino D. Ranieri at n6ina@aol.com. If you'd like more information on CERT, visit their website, millbraecacert.samaritan.org. For safety information and emergency preparation tips, visit smhealth.org. You can also sign up for free emergency notifications with San Mateo County by visiting smready.org. For additional information, stop by the CERT booth at the Millbrae Art and Wine Festival.
Hi there, Sean Elm with Millbrae Community Television. I am joined here today with Ray and Raquel of Unique Garden Designs. Ray, could you tell us a little bit about just what it's all about here?
Sure. What we do is we take materials that we purchase at a variety of flea markets and estate sales, and we repurpose them or up-purpose them to create container gardens using succulents, which are very durable plants. The particular succulents that we use can be used for both interior and exterior.
Definitely. So recycling is all about what you guys do. Do you have a favorite piece in particular?
Actually, my favorite piece today is the lantern with the ivory color and the clear top. And then Raquel's favorite piece today is this piece right here.
They're beautiful. So what kind of gave you the inspiration to give this a shot?
Funny story. Raquel started doing this as a hobby, and we figured that we better turn this into a business so that we can support her hobby. All right, cool. Really good.
Hi, Sean Elm here, and I'm joined with Jean-Luc with his beautiful booth of just prints and just art all over campuses. Jean-Luc, how do you curate all of this stuff?
I do restoration from museum archive originals, or private collection also, or I buy original also. So I do restoration and I print them on giclée, which is a special process to reproduce art. Most of those are printed onto canvas.
Definitely. Well, so many of them are just gorgeous, and a lot of them do display some of the local scenes that we have around here. Like I noticed there's some of Yosemite, there's a San Francisco one, but a lot of them are from France originally. Is that where you're from?
From France, I'm from Paris, yes. I got a large collection of Italian advertising too. Most of the original posters before 1950 were mostly from France or Italy.
Definitely. And I know this could be a hard question to ask, but do you have a favorite piece?
I have many of those. That's my collection. I have to choose amongst tens of thousands of originals. So that's all of those are my favorites. Yeah.
All right, definitely. Well, thank you so much, Jean-Luc, and yeah, good luck today.
What a special treat you are in for, and I am in for, certainly, with the Mayor of Millbrae, Ruben Holliver, one of my former students back in the day. Ruben, you've got to be one of the youngest mayors in the history, not just of Millbrae, but in the country. At the age of 29, you're a mayor already. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Mr. Milch.
Yeah. We go way back.
Yeah, it's been almost 15 years now since I was at Taylor.
Yeah.
Quite a ways back, but happy to be here. Still in Millbrae all this time, and wonderful day today at the Art and Wine Festival. A little hot, but should be getting a big crowd here today.
So what's it been like so far? You got elected how long ago, and what are kind of the things you've been doing since?
Yeah, so I was elected in 2013, so almost 4 years now. We have a rotating mayor system, so I was the vice mayor last year and the mayor this year. I also just finished a master's program at UC Berkeley in public policy, so good to be able to, there's definitely an intersection between the two things, and I think my service on the council has helped with the master's program. My work in the master's program has, I think, helped to be, help me with the city council and with how we approach issues here in the city. So it's been certainly a lot of very challenging, but also very rewarding at the same time.
Now, politics and working for the city of Millbrae, it's kind of in your DNA, starting with your dad, Richard Holliver, the former mayor, and now I understand he's on the board of directors of the San Mateo County Community College District.
Yes, yeah, he was actually on the Millbrae School Board for about 4 years, and then he's been on the college district now for about 20 years. So he's been very active in the community countywide. My mother also was on the city council for about 11 years. She passed away about 4 years ago, but she had served as the mayor, and after she had passed, several people in the community approached me and encouraged me to run, and thought long and hard about it, but decided to go for it and got elected, and here I am. And it's been quite an experience. Challenging, but it's been fun at the same time.
So I imagine they were quite inspirational in getting you started in this area, and that's got to be another record, through the family, 3 different mayors.
Yeah, well, 2. My dad wasn't the mayor.
I thought he was on the
he was on
council,
the school board and then the college board.
That's right.
But still, I've been, involved in political campaigns in Millbrae since I was about 6 years old. So almost every couple of years I've been knocking on doors, either with my parents or by myself, here in Millbrae and throughout San Mateo County. So certainly something I'm used to, but it's certainly different, promoting myself as opposed to somebody else.
Right, I can understand that. I still, when I look at you and speak with you, I'm still thinking of Ruben back in middle school, one of my students, right? Let's talk about some of the programs that you're working on, starting with the rec center. We know was a tragic situation last year when it caught fire, and what is being done currently now, and what is the plan?
Yeah, so we actually are working with an architecture firm called Group 4 Architects, and they've been evaluating the community needs for that project, for the community center. site planning, looking at all the different amenities that the city of Millbrae, the residents of Millbrae would like to see in the new community center, and putting together a plan that the city council and our city can then work on as we begin to rebuild. So they've started working with us, I think, in April or May of this year, and by November we should have a plan ready. But for anybody who would like to contribute who hasn't yet, we are having some workshops coming up September 17th, and then another one in October. We also have an online survey on the city's website, and we welcome as much feedback as we can get, because we want this to be the community center for everyone, for the community of Millbrae.
Right, and for those of you that are getting a little bit impatient, it's a long process.
Yes.
There's a lot of paperwork, and we want everybody to get involved, and so eventually it's going to get done. Everybody's just got to just chill a little bit, right?
And this fall we are also looking to open an interim community center in the City Hall parking lot. We've ordered some modular buildings. We had to redesign it, so it's been slightly delayed, but by the end of this year we will have a modular facility up and running in the City Hall parking lot.
Wow, that's exciting. That'll be great. At least for temporary,
yes,
right?
Temporary.
Good. Again, we're chatting with Ruben Holleberg, the mayor of Millbrae. And then the next topic is this wet weather program.
Yes.
What's going on with that?
Yeah, so the city had been in a consent decree. We were sued by a group about 10 years ago called the Baykeepers. And this was involving sewage getting into the bay, which violates the Clean Water Act. So because of that lawsuit, we've agreed to make several improvements to our sewer system to prevent this from happening in the future. So right now we're starting a pilot program. We're replacing about 100 sewer laterals, connections from homes to the sewer mains in Millbrae, and we want to test to know exactly what, how much it's going to cost to repair each of those laterals. There's a lot of variation between house to house. Some are on slopes, some are longer, some are shorter. But we want to have a good sense of what it's going to be on a larger scale. And so we're getting underway on that, and we should be getting done soon.
Again, we got to be patient. There's construction going on in the area.
Yeah. It's again a long process, but we want to be sustainable and prevent inflow from getting into the bay.
Right. Okay. Any upcoming city events you want to touch on real quick?
Yeah. Well, we have the Japanese Culture Festival coming up October 1st. It's going to be in the library parking lot. And then later on in October, sorry I don't have the exact date, but the Man and Woman of the Year event is coming up. That'll be at the Green Hills Country Club, and that's always a great event each year to honor service and community service and volunteerism in Millbrae.
Right, well, it's certainly been an honor for me interviewing you and to see you grow. This is an amazing situation. Again, former student, but now the mayor of Millbrae, Ruben Holleberg. Congratulations.
Well,
thanks for coming by.
Thank you very much, Mr. Welch.
Appreciate it.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
I will. I will.
Unique. Well, we develop it locally in Nevada, and we have a team that kind of just assembles it, a small team up to 10, and we use the lasers to laser cut it, and really it's all just handmade, so kind of just do our best just to make sure everything's authentic as opposed to just like mass produced. So it really just I don't know, goes locally. That's nice too.
How long have you been making this product?
We've been doing it for about 3 years now. Yeah.
How do you make it?
Yeah, well, either way. So we laser cut it, and we kind of put it together like a puzzle. So we make every piece separately, and then we just put them together, and then we just really do city by city, mostly the ones we've been to. But now that we're getting bigger, we're starting to take like requests and stuff like that.
What makes my product unique? Well, we're a studio called Hudson River Inlay, and we specialize in an art form called marquetry. And marquetry is, they say it dates back to King Tut's tomb. It's the art where you apply thin sheets to another surface. Veneer of woods and shell and stone. And we cut our shapes out like a puzzle and fit it together just like a fine puzzle. So the designs that we do are all unique designs and handcrafted.
How long have you been making this product?
Since 1979.
All right. That'll be it, probably. Thank you.
All right.
unique?
Well, they're all handmade. Like hummingbirds, monkeys, cats, dogs, whatever. I don't think there's any more out here like this. But the uniqueness is the being handmade, all handcrafted.
Yeah. How long have you been doing this for?
We've been doing it for about 2 years now.
2 years. How do you do it?
They're all handmade, like I said. We start with the chicken wire, cut it, hand form the frame, stuff it full of the sphagnum moss, and then plant it with ivies, creeping figs, whatever type of plant, succulents.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
About 4 a.m. we had a fire that started in the rear courtyard of the Millbrae Recreation Department. The fire started at the exterior and worked up under the eaves and worked up into the interior of the building.
My personal reaction, it's devastating. I mean, add injury to insult to injury, we have, it's summertime. There's hundreds of kids that participate in this that don't regularly participate. And beyond the memories of those that already did in my age group, it's devastating. And this is not a fun day yesterday in the city of Millbrae, but when you see things happen like what's happening this morning, where people come out and want to help people, it's really the reason why we chose to make this place where we live. The loss has been huge. Everybody, displacement. It's not easy. It's not good. But I'm going to tell you one thing. The city of Millbrae has come through. The staffing of every one of our departments has been incredible. And we've had an opportunity to join forces, and we're going to get through this.
And we really wanted to contribute everything that we can and to help this. And we want to fundraise at schools, and we would love to survey the students and just, we would love to just, help, do whatever we can to help.
On behalf of the Millbrae Educational Foundation, they wanted to let us know that they would like this year's Chili Run to benefit the Millbrae Community Center rebuilding efforts rather than the Millbrae Educational Fund as previously planned.
So stay tuned. This will be a long process, but all of the community input is going to be taken to heart. While we don't have the old center, we do have a new opportunity. Over the past year, we've had a lot of thoughts, a lot of great ideas, and those are starting to come together now as we begin to plan for the new Millbrae Community Center. Now, as we have struggled as a city in terms of the space that we lost, our rec staff has been working diligently, crammed into a small room, but they've put together a very ambitious program and even introduced some adult recreational sports this summer with basketball and volleyball up at the Shea Center at Taylor. So we'd like to thank our rec staff for all of their hard work and their patience despite not having the proper facilities. Soon we would like to open modulars at the City Hall parking lot to allow for some office space and also some meeting rooms and a community room for our city commissions and community groups to meet at. So look for that to begin to open sometime this fall. Thank you all for being here, and please take an active role in helping to shape the future of the new community center.
Millbrae Community Foundation and the first annual Donor Appreciation Luncheon coming up.
That was so heartwarming. This was an idea that the board of directors came up with. We wanted to thank our donors in a special way. And so we put together a luncheon at the Little Whale. Tina was fantastic. She was such a big help and made everything so much more warmer, and the food, of course, was delicious. So we invited several of our donors who had been consistently donating for the Millbrae Community Foundation. And we had a crowd of nearly 35, and it was heartwarming to see them all talking with one another. Some of them were the founders of Millbrae Community Foundation, so that was incredible. And we just had a really nice afternoon, and I know that they felt appreciated. We got our point across.
And no one walked away hungry.
No.
Right, and that's important when you're hosting some type of a lunch or a dinner. And that was on August the 20th. I apologize for that.
Right, no problem.
Next up, we're talking about a review of the grant request that MCF awarded this past year, Millbrae Community Center.
Well, the community center is a real big focus for us in the foundation, and we are accepting donations from all over throughout the community. We have a designated fund that is specific for rebuilding, refurbishing, replenishing the Millbrae Community Recreation Center. And a lot of times we focus on the youth and the seniors. So we're anxious to make an impact with the center.
Now, MCF matched the first $20,000 of community donations that is designated towards recreating the heart of our city, the rec center. There's another upcoming annual fundraiser going on. Did you or Joe want to talk about that?
Sure. One of our fundraisers that we do every year is called the Holiday Star Program. And as you know, the city has a holiday tree every year that's over in front of City Hall that they light up. And our group sells the silver stars that people hang on the tree to commemorate a loved one or a friend. And that's one of our major fundraisers that helps us to earn money for the grants that we give out each year.
And the tree lighting ceremony, of course, on the first Saturday of December, and I believe that's going to be the second this year, right?
Yes, the second.
What other kinds of projects are you guys working on or will be working on? Quickly, we're running out of time here, but anything else you want to mention about it?
We are working on a very exciting other fundraiser. We can't share it right now, but it should be really fun for the entire community, the entire city. So we look forward to being able to broadcast that very soon.
Okay.
And then I just wanted to emphasize that when people give to the foundation, the money stays here in Millbrae and helps folks in Millbrae. So, unlike some other charities, it really is a local effort, and people can rest assured that the money that they give is going to help people here in Millbrae. So that's important, I think.
Yeah, super important.
I wanted to mention that we've donated, or we've granted over $13,000 so far this year.
Wow.
So we're proud of that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing how many different interviews we do throughout the day of all the volunteers and all the donations of all the people in the community of Millbrae. It's really a special place, and it's special for me to meet all these wonderful people who are donating their time and helping for the value of the community.
Thank you.
Debbie Van Wart and Joe Teresi from the Millbrae Community Foundation. Thanks again for coming by.
I see the moon covering a little part of the sun and the aurora around from when the full moon covered the full sun.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Oh, that's so cool.
Well, it was like 38 years ago, and it was just spectacular and unbelievable, and we just enjoyed seeing it. And now again, 38 years later, it's like just as exciting, and I'm glad to be here.
It actually comes every 100 years, and this is like a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and wish you live to be like 100 years old. I'm gonna remember this for the rest of my life.
It was pretty cool because it wasn't really what I was expecting. Like it kind of had like an orange color to it, and I thought it was just gonna be like how we see it, just like kind of like yellow and white.
On a regular day.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool.
We didn't see like the whole sun covered.
Like basically, like we didn't see it how like you typically like imagine a solar eclipse. Like it wasn't like just the moon, like darkness with like a rim around it. It was kind of like still like a crescent that you could see. But that was also pretty cool too.
A very neat experience, right?
Didn't see it fully covered. I saw it moving across. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
I believe you. Thank you for watching this little interviews from kids and adults of all ages. And I hope if you didn't see it live, I hope you can see it on your TV. Thank you. Goodbye.
Very good.
You're watching MCTV, Millbrae Community Television. MCTV would like to thank the following underwriters for their support. Bronzini Dental Group. Millbrae Community Television thanks you for your support. MCTV would like to thank the following underwriters for their support. South San Francisco Scavenger Company. Millbrae Rotary. Millbrae Community Television thanks you for your support.
Got it going. Hi, this is MCTV, and we have here.
This is George. How you doing?
Good, George. How are you?
I'm
great, thank you.
Okay, can you tell us what you got here and what your product's all about?
So our product is called Pepper Milk Creamy Hot Sauce. What it's about, it's a creamy hot sauce that you can put on just about anything. Your burgers, your sandwiches, your pizza, your eggs. Basically anything that you could substitute ketchup or ranch for.
Nice, nice, nice. And is this like a family-grown, family secret type of sauce?
Yeah, it's our own family recipe, and we, everybody loved it, so we finally decided to, put it out there for people to get.
What's going on here? What do you got going?
I'm here with Golden State Snacks at the Millbrae Art and Wine Festival, and we're just out here. We have over 50 different items of dried fruit, nuts, and healthy snacks, tasty treats. So.
Okay, so we're going for like all health and organic. Is that what we're going for here?
Health, mental health, just all around good snacks.
Nice, nice, nice. And how long have you been doing the Millbrae Art and Wine Festival?
Just the last couple years, about 3 years now.
3 years, good. And how's your experience been so far?
Oh, it's been great. It's a little warm this year and it's just getting started, but we're hoping it's going to be another great weekend.
We'd like to thank all our sponsors as well as our volunteers who make our MCT TV coverage happen year to year. And now we have a new guest joining us here in our MCTV booth, and it is from the Historical Society, John Muniz. And we want to thank you for coming.
Well, it's my pleasure.
Always mess it up. Sorry about the pronunciation.
That's okay.
Muniz.
There you go.
Muniz.
That's correct. That's
All
right. That's right.
Good.
That's
Welcome.
right.
Thank you for coming and stopping by.
Anytime. Anything for Millbrae, you know that.
Right. So tell us what's happening with the Historical Society.
We got some exciting news this year.
Yeah.
You know, we built the carriage house in the back of on the southern side of the museum. And why did we do that? Because when the museum building was on Broadway and Ludman Lane, and it belonged to the San Francisco Public Utilities Commission, and it housed the foreman for Spring Valley Water Company, they had a carriage house. So when we moved the museum to the current location in 1985, we couldn't move the carriage house because it was dilapidated. So it was the plan of the Millbrae Historical Society to build a carriage house, and now we've done it.
How's it look? Well, tell us about
it looks great. It looks great. I'm sure a lot of people have gone by it and said, wow, that's a nice building, you know, and it is. It's a very nice building. 750 square feet of space, and it's been fully funded by the Millbrae Historical Society. Over the years, we've saved our nickels and dimes to do this, and now we did it. So we're very excited. Joe's excited, I know that.
Joe Teresi, one of our floor directors here, and of course
he's excited. Yes. And
did you get to pick out the paint color, or Joe pick it out?
No, I picked out all the colors. I'm the designer.
You're the designer.
No. Yeah.
So anybody has any complaints or compliments?
Nobody's complained yet.
The compliments all go your way.
We're going to give him to Joe, though. He's
there we go. So tell us what's inside.
There's nothing inside now.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
The building
What's going to go inside?
The building has been completed, but we have to do the permeable pavers, and that will be done in about 3 to 4 weeks. Then we can start filling the building with exhibits. And I am excited for Millbrae because working with Central County and Chief Kevin, we are going to put the Millbrae's 1936 American LaFrance fire engine that was actually used in Millbrae back in the day in the firehouse. It's currently located up on Station 38. That's going into the Millbrae carriage house.
Wow.
Imagine.
How are you going to get it in there?
Oh, well, it runs, and we'll just back it in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it runs.
Still runs?
Oh, yeah, that still runs, sure.
My
sure.
gosh.
It's not used.
I wish my cars would last that long.
And yeah, and this will give Central County a free bay up at 38 to put other equipment in there.
Nice.
So we're very excited about that. We're going to have a Millbrae firehouse exhibit there with the fire engine and clothing and other things that are related to the old Millbrae Fire Department. Remember when we had a fire department?
That was a while ago.
Oh, it's been about 7-8 years now that we went over to Central County. But we did have a fire department. And also, we're going to have other exhibits in the carriage house. Some of the photographs that we have that going in the carriage house, no one has seen for at least 75 years because they have not been displayed in the Millbrae Museum. It's photographs that we had in the archives, and we discovered them, and we have them reproduced, framed, and everything.
Wow,
you're going to be
special.
amazed. Oh, you're going to
that is.
You're going to be amazed. I don't want to give too much away, but I will give that much away. You're going to be and
the
shocked.
more you let us know, the more the people are going to want to go visit it.
That's right.
But that's like
right.
discovering, like in your basement, some old photographs that you know, from your ancestors that you haven't seen, and then now you want to show them to your family, and you want to show them to Millbrae.
We want to show them. Well,
Can you give us a little hint of like what?
Well, okay.
Come on.
I will, since you're a nice guy. We have discovered in the Millbrae Museum archives color photographs. Color photograph, the only remaining color photograph of the Mills Mansion.
Wow.
We have 6 of them. We found the negatives, and we had the negatives reproduced, and they'll be on a nice frame. Colorful. You'll be shocked how beautiful the Millbrae Mansion, the Mills Mansion was. You're going to be shocked. So that's the hint.
Yeah.
That's it. Then we have other photographs. We've got some photographs of San Francisco in the day, et cetera, et cetera. And we have some cable car exhibits that are going to go in there from the 40 line that used to run from 5th and Mission all the way down to the San Mateo train station.
Is there going to be like a grand opening,
There's
a
going to
ribbon
be
cutting?
a grand. There's going to be.
When is this? What's the projection?
We don't know. Maybe mid-November. Hopefully, we're planning for that. We'll have a big city blowout.
Yeah.
And we'll do it right, just like Millbrae. everything's done
Well,
correct.
we're going to certainly be there. We'll have to get a camera crew out there and
Hey, that's
get some
right.
shots of these pictures. I am certainly interested in seeing them because I think that's exciting to find something that you never knew. Who found it? Or how did you know? Where was it?
I found them downstairs, the photographs.
Really? Were you like digging? Or
Oh, I dig all over the place down in that museum, certainly.
Was it buried?
Yeah, it was buried. So anyway, also, don't forget we have the Millbrae Museum open on Saturday from 12 to 4, and the Millbrae Railroad Station open from 10 to 2 on Saturday, where we have another fire engine. A
I remember that one.
1931 Southern Pacific fire engine.
I went there 2 years ago with my son for
And
a
he loved
school
it.
project.
There you go.
It was
There you
awesome. We
go.
went on the trains and everything.
Yeah, we have
amazing.
we have the 1941 City of San Francisco Pullman car there too that you can go through. So Millbrae now has 3 museums.
Amazing. Well, thanks to you.
Thanks to the Millbrae Historical Society.
That's right.
The board members and the people of Millbrae who continue to enjoy the museum and contribute to the museum. Remember, the museum's motto is, "The past is our key to the future."
That's right. Thank you so much, John Muniz, for coming by.
It's always my pleasure.
It's
Thank
our
you very
pleasure,
much.
for
Thank
sure.
you.
Good luck with that new project.
Thank you very much.
And we are now going to transition to some mellow music from Heartstrings. Enjoy.
And usually I'm pretty good at talking.
The lovely sounds of Heartstrings as we join you back here in our live MCTV booth with a couple special guests joining us from the Millbrae Educational Foundation, otherwise known as the MEF, the outgoing president, Karen Batuki, and also the incoming president, Maureen LeBaron-Shea. Thank you guys for coming by.
Great. Thank you for having us.
Good. So tell us what you're going to leave behind. Now, you guys had a great year last year. I know that for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So last school year, we raised the most money we ever have, and we were able to exceed our goal. Our goal was $400,000, and we raised over $410,000. So not only were we excited to raise that amount of money, but that allowed us to continue funding our district-wide technology program and music program and restore the zero-period music at Taylor Middle School, which had been previously cut because we didn't have enough money for it. And what that program does is it allows us to provide beginning strings instruction, allow additional instruction for ensembles and different groups, and the jazz band as well. So without that zero period, we lost quite a bit in our music program. So we're really excited to have it back. We've also saw a big growth in volunteers and involvement and support from the district and the parents last year as well. So our board has grown. We now have 9 board members that represent all of the elementary schools and Taylor. And we are excited because we are planning some exciting new events, and we have a new vision going forward for next year. So I'll still be involved, advisory and volunteering and helping out as much as I can, but I am thrilled that Maura and the new board members have come on board to take us even further in our journey and our mission to support the students of Millbrae.
And just to piggyback on the new zero period, that starts on Tuesday, and Dr. Gonzalez at Taylor is in charge of that. And so he was real excited about it last week, and thanks again for that great drive you guys made last year to get over 410,000. That's absolutely amazing. And Maura, she mentioned that you're incoming, and what are your plans? What's it been like so far trying to get to know, has Karen been showing you the ropes?
She absolutely has. She absolutely has. And I can't think of anyone who would be better to be taking over the reins from. And as Karen mentioned, we're continuing to work very closely and reaching out to the various parent organizations in town, working closely with the school district, working with civic organizations and businesses to really work together and build a very bright future for all of the students who go to school in Millbrae. So we have some really exciting stuff coming up this year, including our very first MEF Gala to benefit Millbrae students. That'll be February 24th, 2018, and we're hoping that that'll be an event that families can participate in, that community members, that business owners can participate in as well, and really get a chance to do something a little bit fancy in Millbrae for the benefit of students here. So we're excited about that, and generally speaking, we're just really looking forward to helping to give our kids more enrichment in science, more enrichment in music, more enrichment in the arts, really starting to look together at the big picture of what we want it to be and work together to make it happen.
And getting back to that gala, I know it's still a little bit early in the game. Have you guys chosen a venue, and what kind of things do you have planned for the gala?
We do have a location. It'll be at the Hilton Bayshore, so a nice local site, and we will have a fantastic dinner. We'll have dancing. We'll have an auction. We'll have a whole variety of different kinds of ways that people can come together, have a great evening, make an effort to support the kids and education here in Millbrae.
Now, I made a mistake in early on not introducing exactly what MEF does, and they help raise school money for all 5 schools, not just Taylor, but all the elementary schools as well. And so that money gets distributed. And when you talk about this upcoming year, in addition to the gala, what are some ways that parents can get involved, and community members also?
Sure, absolutely. So to piggyback on what you said, when Millbrae Education Foundation raises money, we're essentially collecting money to add to the funding that our district has to hire teachers and to implement programs that affect all children in our district. And so it really embodies the true spirit of public education. We try to make sure that every kid will have equal access to the enrichment that we all think our kids deserve. And so anyone who wants to be involved is welcome to join us as a volunteer, to contribute by donating money, any of a variety of different ways. If you're interested in getting involved as a volunteer, it doesn't have to be someone who is a parent of a child in our district. It could be anyone. They could email us at info@millbraekids.org. That actually comes directly to me, so I'd be the person that someone would be reaching out to. And we also have a fantastic website where anyone who'd like to contribute financially could visit us at millbraekids.org and send us any questions they've got.
Direct those questions and emails to Maura. Thank you so much. Again, millbraekids.org. Thank you guys both for everything you do for the Millbrae School District. Millbrae Education Foundation. Karen and Maura, thanks again for stopping by.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Coming up next, we are going to have a little promotional piece, more on the MEF coming up.
The Millbrae Education Foundation is a 100% volunteer-run, nonprofit organization.
Through parent and community donations, MEF is able to hire staff and fund programs that serve every school in the district. Green Hills, Lomita Park, Meadows, and Spring Valley Elementary Schools, and Taylor Middle School.
The MEF is essential to restoring music and technology programs which serve all 2,500 students in Millbrae's public schools.
Here in Millbrae, our school district receives its operating money from the state of California and not from local taxes. So, while Millbrae is thriving, our schools only receive enough from the state to provide basic education.
Millbrae students and schools cannot thrive on the state budget alone. Thanks to last year's donors, we now have music education for every elementary student, a supplemental band practice period at Taylor, vital computer education, and teacher training.
If you know a student in Millbrae Public School, own a business in Millbrae, or appreciate the importance of music and technology education, please contribute today.
Every donation is 100% tax deductible and stays in right here in Millbrae to serve our students.
To learn more about the MEF or to make a donation, visit millbraekids.org. On behalf of all Millbrae kids, we thank you for your support.
MCTV would like to thank the following underwriters for their support. Numis International, Millbrae Lions, Millbrae Community Television thanks you for your support.
My name is Karen Machuki. I'm the Millbrae Relay for Life event lead. My son, Gianluca, he's 11 years old. He is a cancer survivor. He's been cancer-free for 7 years. The more hope and support and involvement we have, the better. We walk to celebrate those who are survivors, to remember those we've lost, and to fight back so that we can find a cure.
I'm Joe Charisi, and I'm a member of the leadership team for this year's Relay for Life here in Millbrae. So I'm just here to support all the people in my life that have been impacted by cancer. It just brings a real sense of oneness to all the folks here in Millbrae.
I personally, as the representative from the American Cancer Society, support the volunteers that put on this event. Every Relay for Life looks a little bit different. Relay for Life of Millbrae is very reflected of the community and what Millbrae wants and what Millbrae needs. Everybody from the American Cancer Society really, really appreciates it because getting this knowledge and information out is what it's all about.
We've done a lot in our community, also bring our community together.
You'll see at our event the Millbrae Rotary Club doing registration, the Millbrae Lions Club doing food, the Mills High Interact Club doing the Luminaria ceremony. The groups that come in are fantastic. Full day of entertainment, a full day of fun, a full day of community, all based upon stopping, preventing cancer from taking place.
My name is Dave Fernandez, and I'm a cancer survivor of 1 year. Most of the time I can stay very positive, but to be honest, sometimes it gets a little heavy. And so events like this really spurred my hope. Yeah, I would strongly encourage you, if you can, make it to a Relay for Life, because whether you have cancer or don't, it's a shot in the arm of positivity. And if you can donate, that's a great thing to do too.
You're watching MCTV, Millbrae Community Television. Want more MCTV? Follow us on Nextdoor, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You'll get a first look at original MCTV content, community updates, and more. MCTV at the North Peninsula Community Media Center provides voice and vision to residents, local businesses, and nonprofit organizations. You can help us continue to expand our services and resources by donating. Visit mctv.tv and click Support to submit a donation.
This is our 20th year of covering the Millbrae Art and Wine Festival, and it's the 47th annual Millbrae Art and Wine Festival, and we're live in downtown Millbrae, and we're talking with a few new special guests into the booth. Bella Marinos, the president of the Millbrae Leos Club, and the project's director, Victoria Lamb. You are both juniors. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for having us.
Good. Now, as the current president, why don't you tell us and the folks what the Leos Club is all about?
Basically, the Leos Club is a community service organization. We take kids from middle school through high school, and we give them opportunities to get involved in the community. We have them work with others, so they get to know people in grades higher than theirs, grades lower than theirs. So it's just a good way to connect the kids and to give them some sort of leadership experience, to help them get some community hours. It's a really good organization.
What kind of community projects do you get involved with around Millbrae?
Well, we get recently we collaborated with Interact, and we had a Fight Back booth at the Relay for Life. We do a lot of greening. We did a coastal cleanup, and we do park cleanups. We also help the elderly, like the ICF. We help them with their dinners. We help them set up, break things down. We helped at the car show. We're involved year round.
Wow, that's great. And our projects director, Victoria, now tell us what kind of projects you're directing currently.
So we have the water and soda booth today, and that's for today and tomorrow. So there's 2 shifts that Leos can join. And then I think next month we have the coastal cleanup that Bella was talking about. And then a couple of the ICF dinners, which are at St. Dunstan's.
Okay, where on the coast? Do you know where you guys are going this year?
Well, I'm not really sure, but I think it's Central Park where they're meeting first.
Oh, okay.
So.
Right on. And then tell us a little bit more about the projects that you did maybe in the past that you may try to do again this year.
Victoria.
Yeah.
So we do this thing called the Monster March, and it's basically a safe way for kids to get candy, play games. They march down Broadway in their costumes. It's really cute.
Right.
Yeah, this year we're teaming up with Samaritan House to do a costume drive for underprivileged kids to basically help them get into the spirit of Halloween and help them also experience things that we've experienced as children, things that we grow to love, things that we think about and love. And we are also going to get involved with a clothes drive to help support their new or used, gently used clothing drive, where basically they help underprivileged families get clothes for their children so that they could go to school feeling good about themselves, because everybody loves that feeling.
Yeah.
So that's something new this year.
Right. So talk about what you guys are doing here at the festival with your booth and what's happening there.
Oh, so we're just selling water. We're just, helping out, maybe talking a little bit about our club. But we got a few of our volunteers, like our general volunteers, to go, and they just sell water, help people have a good time, help people stay hydrated, especially in this heat. So, yeah.
Where's your booth located?
Our booth is located near Wells Fargo.
Okay.
Down there, down south.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you have a chance to stop by later today or even tomorrow, on Sunday, you can stop by the Leo's Club booth. And anything else you guys would like to add? How's school going for you guys? I think that's important for you.
It's good. It's trying to balance it all out,
right.
Because this club does take up some work, but it's really rewarding, and it's great to see people in the community just with smiles on their faces because they know that we're here to help them.
Right.
So.
Now, Bella, if you don't know, is an AP student, so I don't know how you balance Leo's Club with all these difficult classes.
I don't know either.
Very special. Your parents must be really proud.
Yeah.
Now, Victoria, I know you're pretty smart too, but one quick question. How's it like sleeping in? You don't have a first period, you were telling me? You get to come to school a little bit later than the rest?
Well, I mean, it helps when you're organizing projects because you can do it before school. So.
Right. You stay up a little later at night?
Yeah.
Sleep in a little bit more? All right. Well, good. Thank you guys so much for coming by, and good luck with the Leo's Club this year.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. And coming up next, we're going to have an interview with an artist named Bob Culbertson. Enjoy.
MCTV would like to thank the following underwriters for their support. Corey, Luzaish, D. Cataldi, Nastari and Riddle, LLP, Attorneys at Law. Millbrae Community Television thanks you for your support. know that high school sports is MCTV's most popular programming? You can catch all the action live on MCTV and MCTV.tv. Visit MCTV.tv, click on support, or email info@mctv.tv, or call 259-2343.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Fault Line a cappella chorus. Happy to be here singing for you on this nice sunny day.
Accept our invitation without hesitation. Be our guest. Be our guest. Then you'll be left alone, baby. Telephone and tell me that you're mine. Hello, 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 then tell me that you're mine. Tell me that you're mine. Yes. So we must get down to earth that time. No matter what the progress or what may yet be proved, the simple facts of life are such they cannot be removed. You must remember this: a kiss is still a kiss, a sigh is just a sigh, just a sigh, just a sigh. The fundamental things of life. As time goes by, as time goes by, and when two lovers woo, they still say I love you. On that you can rely, you can rely. No matter what the future brings, as time goes by, time goes by. Songs never out of date, hearts full of passion, jealousy and hate. Woman needs man, and man must have his mate. That no one can deny. It's still the same old story, a fight for love and glory, a case of do or die, of do or die. The world will always welcome lovers as time goes by. The world will always welcome lovers as time goes by.
One of my favorite segments of the year, the Art and Wine Festival here on MCTV, is when I get to visit with the one and only Marge Colapietro. Thank you so much for coming back.
You're so welcome, and my most favorite is making sure that I get a spot to be with Kenny every year. Except last year when you couldn't come.
Couldn't make it.
You were totally missed.
Yeah, well, thank
Yeah.
you. I don't know if you guys know, but every year Marge takes care of all the food for all the MCTV volunteers. She gets the drinks and everything, and everybody appreciates it and loves when Marge shows up.
Thank you very much. But before we get started, Kenny, I'm very interested because I just wanted our viewers to know how many years you've been working with MCTV for the Art and Wine Festival. You mentioned you didn't know for sure, but it was over 10.
Yeah, I think it was around 12 or 13, but
12
I've
or
actually
13.
been working for MCTV or the city of Millbrae since 1995.
Would you?
I used to do cameras for the city council meetings, believe it or not.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Yeah, and then I
okay.
had to wrap up the cameras when it was over and put them in the safe and then go home.
So Kenny, you go a long way with us, and truly, 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 you're one of MCTV's most appreciated people.
Wow, thank you.
So we look
Very
year
special.
after year, and I know the kids in Taylor School. How long have you been there?
23 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And everybody loves it. The kids come by. Hi, Mr. Milch.
all right.
Okay.
You're
So
my
anyway,
former Millbrae, Mayor of Millbrae, Marge, and so what have you been doing since the end of December of 2015?
well, that's when I was turned out of office. I served 8 straight years on the city council. Never missed one single meeting. And so I went back to what I did before I was elected to the city council, and that was to be a community volunteer. So I just didn't miss a step, picked it up, and I volunteer with Millbrae Television, with our Millbrae CERT program. You interviewed Viliami earlier in the day.
Great guy.
Millbrae Historical Society, Friends of the Library when they need help. So, and then also I've been very fortunate to be asked to remain as a public member of the San Mateo County Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Committee. So I do that. I've been doing that for about 11 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so I keep very, very, very busy.
Yeah, you're the volunteer queen.
Well, I don't know about that.
But and there's a lot going on with the Historical Society. We talked with John earlier.
Oh, yes, yes.
Oh, unbelievable.
Yeah, you'll have to bring your kids, or the kids should go after it's open. They should come over and take a tour of the new carriage house.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
And they have those new pictures that they found that are like 75 years old. Did John tell you about those?
Yes, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's wonderful. So you have to do that.
So what value to a community are volunteers? You can speak on firsthand because you volunteer so much, but like what is so beneficial? How can the other community members of Millbrae get involved, and how is it beneficial to them?
You know, in my first round of volunteering, and when I was helping the seniors tremendously, and the senior advisory committee, and working with them and having fundraisers for them, and when I would think about it, I would think, why are these people devoting so much? And then it dawned on me, and I kind of adopted something that said, the more volunteers you had, the stronger community you have. And they are a strength, in my opinion. They're an essence of the community. So they're very, very important. I mean, look at what goes on here today.
Right.
They probably have 200 volunteers from the Chamber of Commerce. You have about 80 volunteers for MCTV here. So you can't, it just doesn't go on. Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How could someone choose a volunteer opportunity?
Well, I think that people need to figure out what their best talent is. And once you discover what your best talent is, then you look and say, where can I use that talent? Where can the community use my talent and my abilities? So I think that's the right place to start.
What is a time commitment for volunteers in general?
Yeah, in general, I think that time is what you have to spare, and every hour you do something is very, very important, whether it's an hour a week, 2 hours a week, whether it's 20 hours a month, and it's the time that you have to give that is very, very important.
Where can the prospective volunteers look for the different opportunities?
There's many sources in the city of Millbrae, and for a good place to look is on the city website. You can go and contact the recreation department. You can look at the city committees and commissions. You can, if you have a favorite organization like the Lions Club, you can contact, you interviewed 9 or 10 people here today representing volunteers and clubs.
Yeah.
You can go to that particular club. It's a good start.
Well, most certainly the Millbrae community is very fortunate to have so many quality service organizations for both adults and youth that people can actually volunteer for.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had the Leos here today.
Right.
Yeah, and you see them all on the street picking up garbage and everything else. So
Right.
it's my pleasure to come back to our tradition, and hopefully we'll be here again next year.
Yeah, for sure.
And Kenny, truly, thank you so much for all that you do for Millbrae Television and our kids in the community.
I appreciate
so
that.
So thank you very much.
It's my pleasure. It's a great community.
Okay.
Very good. So, once again, that's former Mayor of Millbrae, Marge Colapietro, and we thank you so much for stopping by. And what we're going to do is toss it to a little video from the Kids Zone. Have a little fun with the kiddos.
Did you know that high school sports is MCTV's most popular programming? You can catch all the action live on MCTV and MCTV.tv. Visit MCTV.tv, click on support, or email info@mctv.tv, or call 259-2343.
Is this a llama or is this an alpaca?
Hi, and right now we're in the Kids Zone. What have been your favorite rides today?
What's the favorite ride? Coffee cup? Yeah, teacup, yeah.
So, what else have you guys been doing today?
What did you do? Shopping? Yeah. We did some shopping and eating lunch, yes.
Okay, thank you.
It's Sean Ellum here with Millbrae Community Television. So behind me, we have the slide. You'll notice there's no line. It is hot, however, as a result, none of these rides have any lines to them. So we're gonna check it out. Now, we were instructed coming over this way to not touch the slide because it is a bit scorching, but they gave us these nice burlap sacks and, you know, should make for a fun little ride. Whatever. All right, let's go. Oh my God.
Hello, and we're in the Kids Zone again for kids fun slide, with someone who works with Troy Richardson from Classic Amusement. Troy, what do you do for Classic Amusement?
Well, I operate the rides as well as assemble the rides, and we travel from Nevada to California.
How long have you been doing this for?
A little over 2 years.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're just warming up here on the MCTV coverage of the 47th Annual Millbrae Art and Wine Festival, and I am joined in the booth by these 4 lovely ladies from the Japanese Culture Festival. First off, to my right, Kathleen, then Akiko, Masami, and Naomi. Kathleen, we'll start with you. Kathleen Kimura, of course, the chairman of the Japanese Culture Festival. Thanks again for stopping by.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you and MCTV for being a great supporter of our festival every year. We really do appreciate it, as we do appreciate the support of the City of Millbrae, the Millbrae Chamber of Commerce, and all of our sponsors. We have a very special festival coming up again this year over in the Library Plaza, and we have our usual stage performances, etc., food, sake, beer, and we have a lot of support from our young people in the city, the Millbrae Leos. the students from Millbrae, from Mills High School in Millbrae, and I'll have Akiko talk about what they're going to do in a while. And it's a special year for us this year because we're hoping also, if we can, to involve students from Taylor Middle School. As you know, as many people may not know, 10 students from Taylor Middle School went to our Friendship City Hanyu in Japan in July and had a wonderful exchange. And it was the first ever middle school exchange of students from Millbrae. So we were very happy about that, and it just helps to promote our festival even more. So Akiko might talk about a little bit about what the students from Mills High School will be doing at the festival.
Hi, my name is Akiko Soda. I'm a teacher at Mills High School. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to introduce our Millbrae Japanese Culture Festival. Each year, my students, they volunteer to have a booth and then to help other booths. And this year, my students will teach, make origami, folding papers, and also the kendama is very popular right now, not in Japan, but in the United States. And then also my students are given the information, and then they are so excited to participate as a volunteer, also as a participant to this festival.
So we encourage many people in Millbrae to come down to our festival. It's the 12th annual. It's being held in Library Plaza, as I mentioned, upstairs in the library parking lot as opposed to the lower City Hall parking lot. And we have great support from the Consulate General of Japan in San Francisco, from South City Scavenger, from Union Bank, and all of our sponsors, without whom we wouldn't be able to produce the festival whatsoever. So we thank you very much. And we've got a booth here at the festival. I would encourage people to stop by and say hello. We're over there promoting our festival. And we've got these lovely posters right here, which lists most of our sponsors. We've got some lovely photographs from past festivals at the booth. And we're looking forward to seeing everyone.
Sunday, October 1st is the date, right?
Sunday, October 1st at 10:30 we open until 4:30.
And I must tell you that you guys look absolutely lovely today in your summer kimonos called yukatas, right? You just taught me a little bit.
Yes, this yukata made of cotton, then especially the very good kimono for summer. And then you have experience to, we have a demonstration dressing kimono as well in the festival. So please come to join us on the October 1st. Thank you.
Thank you, Masami. And then Naomi, anything you want to add over there? You want to hold the mic up there? You want to say hello?
Please join us October 1st.
Great, thank you.
Very good.
Naomi, Masami, Akiko, and Kathleen Kimura. Thank you guys again for stopping by.
welcome. Thank
All
you.
the best to you with the Culture Festival coming
Thank
up
you
on
very much.
October 1st.
Sunday. Thank you so much. We
Great.
really appreciate it. Thank you, MCTV.
It's our pleasure, of course, as usual. And we'll have a little bit more about the Japanese Culture Festival here on a little promo coming up right now.
Really?
Yes. Surprise.
What brings you out here to the festival today?
Just shopping. Shopping, yeah.
Shopping, not the food?
Not so much, no.
All
Just
right.
shopping.
Sounds good.
All the new crafts.
All right. Where are you guys local, or are you coming from further away, or?
We're local. I'm from South City. She's from San Francisco.
Oh, okay. All right, San Francisco.
We're almost a little too hot today. We're turning back around now, though. It's like the heat is killing me.
I understand. Short trip. See anything good so far? Get anything good out here?
Yeah, we got some hats
For my water bottle.
and
That way I don't have to.
yeah, we saw some cool stuff.
Beautiful hats.
What else did we get?
Planters we're gonna
But
get.
yeah, there's some the succulents we love.
Jewelry. We got all kinds of stuff.
Succulents, great. I hope yours lasted longer than mine did last year.
Yeah, I hope so too.
All right. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
So what brings you out here today?
I am one of the block captains.
Oh,
So
all right.
I come up to take care of a portion of the festival for just the morning, though.
Just the morning. All right. Well,
So now I'm walking around to enjoy the rest of this wonderful art and wine fair. I hope everybody that sees this comes on down. There's choices of everything. Choices of everything. Everything, period. Good music, good food, good drinks. And it's a great way to be out and enjoy some of this warm weather.
all right. So what are you out here for? The food, the drinks, or the wine?
The drinks, the wine. After I'm done working, of course.
Of course.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you very much, and
You're welcome.
hope you have a good day.
You too. Thank you. You better get in the shade too, my dear.
Thank you. So, what brings you out to the festival here today?
I'm local. I've been coming here for years. Just coming out, checking out the stands, have a few drinks, have a good time. Yeah.
Sounds good. And then, what are you out here for today? I see. Oh, it sounds good. So you're here for the food, not the art, I'm guessing.
He's here for the women, I think so.
I see. So, see anything good here so far that's different from years before?
No, same stuff. All good stuff. Good art, good handcrafted stuff, good food, good drinks. Yeah.
Wonderful. And then, planning on hitting up anything to beat the heat later, or?
Yeah, just go home, turn the fan on, man. Keep the windows open.
Nothing defeats heat like that. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, have a good day.
Let's continue our live coverage from downtown Millbrae from the Art and Wine Festival here on MCTV, and we're now joined in the booth by a pair of Millbrae Lions members and presidents and past presidents. David Van Wart, the current president, and Randy Sahai, the past president. A past president, excuse me. Thank you. Thank you for joining us, both of you guys.
Yes, on this
All
warm
right.
day.
Yeah, a little bit warm, but not too bad.
Too bad.
I think some people were scared to come, but we're braving the storm anyways. Lions International, world's largest service club organization.
Indeed true, yes.
Tell us about it.
Tell us about it. So I think Lions International is really a group of people, throughout the world that, it's kind of a fraternal organization. And they want to give back to their communities, wherever they may live. And, they focus on sight and hearing, programs and a lot of other youth programs. That's kind of the main focus.
And they're 100 years old.
Yes, just celebrated their 100th anniversary in June.
Nice.
So just made that centennial.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And how many years have you been involved?
Since 2011, so 6+ years now.
Randy?
Since 2004. Wow. So 13 years.
Randy was the president when I became a member.
Nice.
Yes.
Lions baseball has undergone some major upgrades in the last couple of years, like website, coaching, and more.
Yes, we're kind of doing more, making sure in today's environment you got to have, background checks of all the coaches and making sure we're All of our financials are open and available to the families. And we're going to do a major overhaul of our snack shack that's located at Green Hills Elementary. So needing some electrical upgrades, some plumbing upgrades. So a big group of us are going to get together and do an overhaul this year before next spring when the baseball season starts again.
And the Lions also just donated a couple of benches for the Upper Green Hills field so that the parents have some place to sit when they come to watch their kids play.
No doubt.
Yeah, being a parent, I like to have some place to sit watching the kids. In fact, it's really neat that the baseball program in Millbrae always produces a 12-year-old baseball team that goes off to Cooperstown every year, and I know the Gators went just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, so that's always something interesting to do, and I think it gives the kids something to look forward to as they're going through their baseball career, because Cooperstown's a highlight. You get to travel. Many of them haven't traveled before. Cross country, the home of baseball, Hall of Fame and whatnot. So it's pretty cool to, for them to experience that.
It's very cool. Two summers ago, my son got to go with the Gators, and I got to be one of the assistant coaches in Cooperstown and experience Dreams Park. And even one of my other sons went. I wasn't a coach that year, but that was probably about 7 or 8 years ago. So it's really a great program, and of course Cooperstown is wonderful. But let's get back to the Lions. Renovating, upgrading the concession stand we talked about. How about the Millbrae Machines Car Show?
Oh, that just was 2 weeks ago in August, and it's been growing every year. This year we had over 300 cars entered and raised over $17,000 in funds that'll actually go back to the youth of Millbrae and our community, because we support the Leos, the Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, and Millbrae baseball, along with other activities
and the schools with scholarships and with essay contests and the community. I mean, 100% of the money that is donated to us, 100% is donated back.
And we heard that earlier today also. That's one of the nice things about these volunteer organizations, and how they're not trying to make a profit. They're not in it for themselves. They give everything back, which I think is super important. How about the membership growth? It's growing rapidly.
Yes. We basically, the district that we belong to kind of goes San Francisco all the way to Palo Alto. Every city pretty much has a Lions Club or several. And we're the second largest on the peninsula, and we're growing. Over the last year or so, we've had over 10 new members, and we have another handful lined up to join real soon here.
And if any new members want to get involved, you'd recommend
going to the website.
www.millbraelions.club.
Okay, not club, not .org.
.club.
Okay, because it says on my sheet .org, but it's changed now.
Millbraelions.club.
.club. Okay, all right. All right, Randy. Well, last year, a record year of donations, over $54,000 of cash given, plus hundreds of hours of service. What a great, fantastic year.
Actually, I would guess that service is more in the 1,000-hour category, closer to the 1,000-hour category than hundreds. And yes, $54,000. And we have some ongoing programs where we are starting to accelerate our giving. We are partnering with the Millbrae Education Foundation this year. We're going to be giving them a big grant. And of course, MCTV, the Lions have been supporting MCTV for years, not just with dollars, but also some of the people who work to set up the booth and everything else and be here are also Lions. So the Lions have had a lot of success fundraising, and that means it goes back to the community. People who have projects that they are interested in having supported by the Lions are welcome to write to us. The contact information is on the website. We want to support local projects.
One new program to support the rec department that they're offering for youth.
Yeah, so that one there, we're basically, we lost our youth center. So, we're really interested in getting all the community groups together to start to fundraise and move forward to help rebuild our rec center here in Millbrae.
And we talked about that earlier with our mayor, Ruben Holliver, and how things are moving along and how the community can get involved.
Yeah, we're very interested in being part of the new rec center.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people, they're excited to get it back. Okay, they're kind of moving us along here. I wanted to hit a couple more topics. January of 2018 is the 80th anniversary.
Yes, it is, of our Lions Club, yes, here in Millbrae continuously. So that's really exciting for us.
And actually, I'll be chairing that event. So we'll have all kinds of activities that will be open to the public, of course. And I wanted to mention before you deck out of here is that this t-shirt that I'm wearing is the t-shirt from the first MCTV Art and Wine Festival coverage 20 years ago. So this was our original crew shirt, and I'm wearing it to honor MCTV.
Well, we thank you for, you're really the backbone of this whole program and how it started. And now some of your proteges are taking over, Aaron and of course Jean and Joe and all these people. And Dana, of course. So it's great. Anyways, thank you, David and Randy, for coming by and for all you do for the Millbrae community and MCTV, of course.
Thank you, Kenny.
Thank you so much. Great. Coming up next, we're going to check out the car show we promised earlier. I think we got it this time, right? All right. Enjoy.
MCTV would like to thank the following underwriters for their support: Corey, Luzaish, D. Cataldi, Nastari and Riddle, LLP, Attorneys at Law. Millbrae Community Television thanks you for your support.
Hi everyone, my name is Justin and today I'm at the Art and Wine Festival car show. So what is so unique about your car?
Well, my car right here, it's very unique because it's an original engine transmission. It's something that is still on the road after almost 50 years. So that makes it very unique.
What kind of car model is it?
It is a 1969 Plymouth Roadrunner.
What is so different between classic cars and cars today?
Well, classic cars, they have a soul, they have a character. They were mass produced, but because there are so few left, people tend to treat them as their own child. Nowadays, cars are more hands-off. These cars are hands-on. So you have to be able to know how to take care of the car. You have to do a lot more things than you would nowadays with a newer car. So it tends to be becoming more than just something to take you back and forth to work or school. It becomes a passion.
How did you get the passion of collecting classic cars?
Well, in high school, we all drove these. And I went to high school in 1975 to 1978 in El Camino High School, and everyone had one of these cars. Why? Because it was the gas crisis, and people were getting rid of cars that one time would pay $5,000, $6,000. They were $400 or $500 on the used car lots, and everyone wanted a more fuel-efficient vehicle. So as kids, we got the cheapest thing there was. We had GTOs, we had Roadrunners, we had Camaros. No one thought anything of it, and if we all kept them, we would all be millionaires now.
What is so special about this specific car?
This car was my mother-in-law's. We got it, she got it and started fixing it up, and I was helping her. And then she moved to Kansas, and the car sat in a garage. And then she passed away, and we inherited it. And we shipped it back from Kansas here to San Bruno, and started working on it, and just have been working on it ever since. But it's a family heirloom. We had to fight off 4 other sisters that wanted the car too, and we ended up with it. So it actually belongs to my wife and myself, but I get to work on it and drive it, but she owns it. So that's what's special about it. We love the car, and it'll be in the family. It's not for sale and never will be.
Today was a great day at the Art and Wine Festival car show. You guys should swing by today or tomorrow to check out the classical cars. Thank you.
Welcome back to our MCTV coverage. I love looking at the sky cam and seeing all the friendly faces out here at the Millbrae Art and Wine Festival. And we have certainly another friendly face joining us in the booth, John Muniz, and he is this time going to be talking with us. Hopefully he's going to be on twice today. I don't know if they're going to show this one first or the other one, because the format's a little bit different this year.
Right.
But anyways, thanks for coming back.
Thank you for the invite.
Do the other
Appreciate
one about
it very much.
the Historical Society, and what an exciting interview that was. I started getting pumped up with all those pictures. But we're going to switch gears and switch topics now to the Man and Woman of the Year and a new one, Student of the Year. Save that one for last?
That's right.
All right, you want to start with the Man of the Year?
Well, yes. This is the 45th annual Millbrae Man, Woman of the Year celebration. And this year, as you know, we've kicked it up a notch. We have a Student of the Year. So, and I know the announcement of the winners have been made, but I'll announce them again. The Man of the Year is Dino D. Ranieri. The Woman of the Year is Debbie Van Wart. And the Student of the Year is Pauline Yang. So we're very excited. The 45th annual. It's going to be held on October the 20th, Friday, at the Green Hills Country Club. And it's $50 a person. And the invitations will be going out after Labor Day weekend. And this is sponsored by the Mayor's Civic Coordinating Committee, which I'm a member of, and Joe's a member of too. And
Joe's our floor director, by the way.
I know he is. And the Millbrae Chamber Council. So we invite everybody to come on down for this celebration. I was Man of the Year in 2012. I don't know how that happened, but I was. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Okay?
Has Joe gotten it yet?
Joe's got it already.
He has.
Yes.
What year was Joe?
Joe's
our floor director.
See?
2013?
So,
Wow.
Joe,
I'm in the presence of greatness here.
You're doing good, buddy. You're doing good. So we invite everybody to come on down and celebrate this event for Millbrae residents or people who work in Millbrae that have done extraordinary things in Millbrae volunteering. So come on down. If you're not on the reservation list, you can call Kathy Quigg at 650-583-8738 and ask for a reservation, and they'll send you a reservation. Okay? All reservations have to be in by October 13th. After October 13th, they charge you $5 extra if you want to come. Yeah, I'm telling you. So
get it together and be on time, right?
That's right. We're very excited, and you see all your friends and neighbors there. It's a wonderful event. Everybody gets dressed up, and we invite everybody to come on down. The 45th annual Millbrae Man, Woman, and Student of the Year.
Can you give us one tidbit about any one of the honorees, about what they may have done to deserve such a great honor?
Well, I don't know the Man of the Year personally and the Student of the Year, but Debbie Van Wart, I'm sure she is very familiar in Millbrae. She's the wife of the Millbrae Lions Club president, Dave Van Wart, and she's been doing everything for years and years and years. So come on down and enjoy the fun.
And that's the type of volunteer stuff and community involvement that helps make these awards so special.
That's
and
great.
Congratulations to you belatedly on getting this honor.
And it helps make Millbrae great.
That's right.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thanks so much for coming by again.
I want you to get through that book and feel as if your mind has been in that place so that you know what it's like to have been lost in your own mind, and so hopefully you'll have more compassion.
We were able to assemble this whole genome.
So you would like to make a genetically engineered baby?
You do say if there's anything.
Okay. It's much more fun to do it the natural way.
Are you ready to walk?
Gets the rebound, Mills. Dishes out. Nick with an open three. And he makes it.
I want to ensure that members of the community feel confident that they can report suspected criminal activity and reach out to us for essential services without fear of being reported to immigration officials.
What do you hope you're accomplishing by reaching out to these different groups?
Like my mom, she didn't know about a hotline. She didn't know about an organization.
How do you spell sheep? C-O-W.
What percent cat person and what percent dog person were you?
This percent close.
Yeah.
You get it?
What are the topics? What are some kind of anomaly type behaviors that we might see and maybe discount?
He had worked so long and hard, put over 100 hours into making sure that she got to all the right resources.
You know, 1 year ago today, we lost a big part of the community in Millbrae.
MCTV here at the Art and Wine Festival in Millbrae live. As we kind of wind things down, we have Aaron Fellers here from MCTV. Hi, and you have been working so hard for the last, month or 2 months getting this thing together?
You know, I've actually had a note on my desk for the last year, just with all the improvements, all the things we can do better. So, it's been something that's been on my mind. So we've been really planning it for the last maybe couple months, but it is something we look forward to every year, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
I mean, we have so many volunteers. I heard a number thrown out there, like 80 or so, and I thought that was a little high.
That was a little high, yes. Some of
40?
as soon as they got released, they went home because it's hot. But we did actually have a really good turnout of volunteers. A lot of Mills High School volunteers that came from beginning art of video, advanced art of video from Serena Argy's class. So we're very grateful to have students, and it's been a great opportunity for them to learn. This year we actually had some production assistants on site, so they had the opportunity to shadow some of the experienced volunteers and also just help out with the segments. A lot of them were first-time editors, and they ended up turning out really good videos for their first time under pressure. So I couldn't be more proud of them. That's super great.
Well, producing something like this is certainly a challenge, and Gene Hinterman is here, and he produces year after year, and also Randy we just were talking with.
Yeah.
And what goes through your mind kind of starting out? Is this the first year that you've actually produced the whole show?
Yes, this is my third Art and Wine. I started the summer during a summer internship a couple years ago. I directed the 2016 show, and this is my first time with a producer credit. My first producer credit in general, so it's exciting. A lot. I learned a lot, definitely. There's a lot I'd like to improve. I can't improve the weather, but everyone stuck through it, and I'm blown away. I mean, I was in the editing office, so I had some air conditioning, so I can't complain.
Right.
But kudos to everyone who came to the festival in general. So.
And you kind of altered the format this year. Did things a little bit different?
Yes. So we shortened the program. 5 hours is a very long time, and I'm very glad that we did, because the weather did not cooperate with us this year. We also had some pre-recorded segments, pre-recorded interviews, so we did change a little bit, but I do think that's for the better. It's a more digestible format, more people are going to be inclined to watch, and it just kind of gave our editors an opportunity to kind of get acclimated, especially because we had so many new ones, a chance to get acclimated to the software and the rendering and everything they had to do to get their footage out on time.
Well, it seems to have gone really well. I haven't heard any complaints from anybody, and the guests have all shown up, and I think you and your crew have done a fantastic job. So you guys, kudos out to you guys.
I really appreciate that. So yeah, we've got a lot we're excited to do in the future, a lot we've accomplished this year. So we're definitely looking forward to what's to come.
And you mentioned earlier something about the Oral History Project.
Yes, so that was a project that we did with the Millbrae Historical Society, where we gathered interviews from longtime Millbrae residents. We also incorporated in some interviews from residents that were taped years ago who are no longer with us, who grew up in Millbrae when it was just maybe 3 farms and a couple cows.
Right.
So it's very interesting to hear Millbrae's story, and as a part of a community television resource, it's great to be a part of that archiving, because it's not just a community archive, it's for future reference for other communities. So we really strive to be a model for other organizations like ourselves, so they can kind of preserve their community history.
Kind of like our own time capsule, so to speak.
Absolutely, that could be the next order of business,
right.
Millbrae time capsule. But yeah, we do kind of serve, along with our work as a community nonprofit, we are also a resource for the history of the community. We do record council meetings for posterity, and kids. It's so fun when kids will see videos of themselves from years ago, from say the Monster March or something like that. So it's really great, and I do love working for this community, and I'm very happy to put on this festival. Not put on the festival. Put on this program. Our portion of the festival.
Yeah.
So.
And you mentioned working for the community. I did that back in the mid-90s, also filming the community meetings, which was a lot of fun. All right, we're getting the wrap sign here. We do have one segment coming up. You want to explain to us what's on it?
So this is just kind of a behind the scenes of the crew. Just kind of something to say thank you to the crew, document all their hard work, something they can look back on, and it's a little video of the stuff we've done today.
Great. Let's take a look at it. Thank you to the MCTV crew.